Everybody, how y'all doing? So I have had a crazy 5 weeks, I guess. As far as I've never had a situation where, um, in my life, I've lost so many people back to back. Um, First, I lost a friend who was a friend of the family who I was very close with since I was a child. His death totally took me by surprise. Then just a beloved girlfriend of mine who I considered a sister, aunt to the boys and everything. She lost a battle to cancer. Then last night found out someone in my church had actually transitioned and fallen asleep in the Lord, or whatever you want to say. I hadn't been able to attend any of the memorials or funerals or anything of the other two individuals, and that kind of like messes up like just the normal stages of grief and stuff. So, and also not being able to grieve with people who knew the individual, that hard makes it hard. So it was an odd sense of relief to me that I was getting the opportunity to be able to sing for this funeral, and that it was someone who I knew. And while I was very sorry to see him leave, oh my gosh, he was a person who was always in the narthex and always giving out, the little, um, the papers that you follow while you're in a service. And he just had the sweetest way about him. He made everyone feel so welcome. And I love his wife too. Anyways, I've never been to any kind of Orthodox proceedings of funeral. And, coming from the Baha'i and the Jewish ways of doing it, I was really interested to see how they were conducted, and I'd say that it was an interesting combination of just humble reverence, and it was somber. It was sober, but not somber. It was celebratory, but not festive, and because it balanced right between those, apex. It was just at the perfect timbre, the way all of the hymns were done and the order in which they were done, and everything about it it was so incredibly perfect. Um, so towards the end is when, if you want, of course, to go and pay your final respects, to view the body and say goodbye, and there's an icon there to venerate as well, just right beside them. It was the most beautiful expressions I've ever seen watching people bid their goodbyes. And this may sound strange to some people, so I really apologize, but especially in our culture, we're very much not accustomed to dealing with the truths about death. And in many groups there are only closed casket, and I'm going to talk about that later. But anyhow, people being able to go up, and it was the sweetest gestures. They would pat his hand and say goodbye, or they would touch his cheek, or just the most tender and beautiful, intimate, loving expressions I have ever seen. And I've never seen that in any kind of a funeral before. I mean, just that the way that that was so comforting to people. I thought it was such a beautiful expression. Um, that's never been present in any any kind of funeral proceedings I've ever been to, or even have heard about. And it seemed so natural. It was just very, very beautiful. And I wasn't able to take advantage of what they call the mercy meal afterwards. I wasn't able to go and help or anything, or even sit down to go and eat because I could not eat. But I had to leave anyhow. And I know that it's not like substitutionary or something, but being able to go, it definitely helped. The feelings I have about these other two people were very, very special to me. But I know that I'm going to miss him more when I go on Sunday and he's not there and then they're back. So I think I'm going to stop this here and do another one in a minute because okay.